In the Greenhouse All-Stars, 18 legends of the game return for one more run at the crown. They're here to rekindle old battles, find new names for themselves, and maybe, just maybe, be crowned the best player in Greenhouse history. 4 seasons have all led to this. Each week, 3 All-Stars will enter the Greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the Greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 18 enter, 1 will leave. This is the Greenhouse All-Stars. Welcome to the auction. We have seed count, spill a seed, uproot for 3. Venus flytrap is now down to 17.
It's only
That's
17.
a steal.
So,
I feel like if it's not the perfect move or the right move, it's something that will be at least informative, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, because Thomas and Shakira keep saying they're not actually working together. So this will bring that to light, I think.
And either way,
It doesn't
it's a
matter.
power player eliminated,
Yeah.
and we will find out who they are working with.
Yeah, that's true.
Something's going to happen. Like, I don't think they're alone.
No.
I don't think those are people who are powerless in this game.
Yeah.
Something is in that gravitational orbit,
Running amok, yeah.
and either we find out who,
Yeah.
or we break up what it already is.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm comfortable with this.
Are you comfortable? Like, what about Jessica?
I like her just fine.
Yeah.
But that is not a super strong connection that I have.
Yeah.
That's sort of my main problem at this point is that, like, Thomas and Shakira I've talked to almost not at all.
Mm-hmm.
And don't feel like they truly want to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
Shakira's now saying, "Oh, we can." I'm like, it's
Well,
a little late for that.
Okay.
And you can't say that to me with this around my neck and expect me to believe.
To start to
you.
believe that, right? Right.
Thomas, I simply wouldn't believe it even if he tried to tell me, and he truthfully really didn't even try.
Yeah.
We had a very vague conversation, and I'm like, yeah. So I don't really see that going anywhere. Then there's like Ava and Claire, who I've not talked to a ton. Ava I did yesterday, not today as much, but I feel like fine with them anyway,
Yeah.
even though I haven't had like a ton of conversations with them.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone else I've talked to like at least a bit and feel good with.
Right.
There's just a ranking.
Yeah. No, for sure. I get it. I'm not surprised by it. So I was just curious if you had like of the two of them, is there someone that you would prefer to see go? Thomas.
Yeah, he scares me much more, and I feel like there's just less potential for him and I versus Shakira.
Okay.
But, I mean, besides the fact that, like, this is obviously, like, a bold move, I feel like most people approve of it. So I don't know if it's going to paint too much of a target on me, besides for the person who survives this vote that I've had to nominate. So, other than that, like, it does feel pretty good. It feels like I have a lot of options, but it's hard when I feel so good about so many relationships. I've never had this much privilege in a game of, like, being spoiled for choice. It's truly incredible.
So, first, I'm very frustrated about this round because Shakira and I are put up together because we're a group and a team when that's just, like, not the reality for me.
Yeah.
Second, I think that I'm especially nervous because I feel as if Shakira has her hands into a lot of different pots that I just am not. So I'm just concerned. So I guess my ask is, because I banked your vote in the first round, like if you would consider using that to help me.
Yeah. Because Shakira is just someone that, like, she hasn't come to me about anything further than the current round we're in.
Right.
No one's really come to me about, like, seriously come to me about, like, game outside of the round that we're in.
Right.
But, like, our conversation in the garage, like, I was very serious.
Same. Me too.
So, yeah, I would be willing to use the banked vote if it came down to it to help you.
I mean, I don't see Jessica going home, unfortunately. just because I think that's just easier. But I'm just campaigning to stay because I just feel like I just want to play longer.
Yeah.
I think I work with you more than Shakira would work with you. That's just how I would believe. Yeah.
Honestly, before the whole speech that Meredith just gave, I'd probably be like, oh, Jessica can go. But now that, and honestly, like, I can say she's probably painted the picture that we're a duo. She didn't paint the picture. People have been saying that for a very long time. I think in order to potentially distance myself, if the majority was leaning in favor of Thomas going, I would vote him out. Because it's very clear that everyone's like, oh, you guys are a duo, you guys are denying it or whatever. I wouldn't say that we were a duo, but we have been working together. Like, and let me come clean. But it's not, we have a final 2, we don't even have a final 7 or a core anything. It, like, this consolidation of power that Meredith is pitching is not real. But I really don't feel like there's consolidations of power. I think in each and every individual player there's power. Every player has their own offshoots, and then they might have someone that they're close with and that player has offshoots, but it's not like a grouping and a grouping and a clique and an alliance.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like what she said was necessarily true. But if that's perception, then there's not much that I can do to change that, I guess. So
Do you think y'all are going to go after the uproot?
I do not want to. I would prefer for the 3 of us to be on the block and just let the cards lie where they fall or whatever.
I do think that for whatever reason, I don't think people are currently perceiving Jessica as very much of a threat.
Right.
And I'm not sure she's going to get the votes to go out. So
I don't see a way in which, I don't see a way in which she is the leading
That's not
vote
necessarily my
getter.
perception, but I feel like that's everyone else's perception. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I agree.
just from what I'm hearing from people, I don't see anyone taking the shot at Jessica.
Like, the writing is on the wall. It's either me or Thomas this round is what I am.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And or at least what I'm feeling. I haven't really heard it that much. It's the consensus, like, seemingly that's the idea here.
I do have one pitch, so if it ends up being me and Thomas, and you don't know who to block, speaking of Brandon, would you consider blocking him?
Yeah, I mean, I'll consider anyone at this point.
I feel like he is someone that would keep Thomas over me. Just, I feel like they've had more conversations. I feel like they're closer. I mean, they're like they were in a show. They co-directed a show together. You know, like And then someone else who would probably keep Thomas over me, and maybe potentially Abby. I think Abby would vote to keep Thomas over me. So if you don't have any other propositions, if you would strongly consider Brandon and Abby.
I've seen Thomas you're going this round.
Yes.
I'm more partial to Thomas.
Thomas going, okay. A lot of people are like 60-40 one way or another. I'm personally in favor of Shakira going, but if you are closer with Shakira and she stays, I would appreciate you maybe doing me a solid, and if Thomas stays, I could try to do that same solid.
What kind of solid?
Like if they have the power and they're thinking, yeah, like I would put in a good word for you.
So we haven't talked in a while, but I trust you.
Yes.
And it sounds like you trust Meredith.
Yes.
And I trust Meredith. So we need to be on the same page.
Yes. I agree.
So, because we need to, like, if we're gonna go forward, we need to talk. So let's parse through this. I like Shakira staying more because she's more loyal and she's more outspoken. Thomas has more connection. If we get rid of Thomas, who's Shakira gonna be with? If we get rid of
You really think Shakira and Thomas are like that? I don't.
I lived through this season, dude.
I know, but like, okay.
Don't let this happen
Okay,
again.
answer me this. Who is Brady closer to?
He said he would turn on me either way. I think he's closer to Thomas.
I think he's closer to Shakira.
I think he's closer to Thomas.
You're probably right, honestly. How do you feel about Claire?
I like Claire.
Me too.
But
I don't know what she's doing.
That's what I told her. I told her, like,
I wish she was more, like, upfront.
I know. I told her the problem with her game right now, because she feels really isolated, is that no one knows who she's working with.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's kind of scary for me to jump with you.
Yeah. I don't know who she's close with, but hearing that she's isolated is not, like, reassuring, but it is like, okay, so if I do have a good conversation with her, I don't feel like I'm having the same conversation with
Yes.
everyone.
And I told her I would let her know where the vote is going this time. So do you want me to say, hey, Patrick asked about you.
Yes.
He said he wanted to work with you.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so if you feel good about Claire, she feels isolated. Meredith's kind of isolated.
Yes.
I feel great about her.
Same.
Maybe we can like build out from that.
Yep.
I think it's possible to save you guys because Lily, if we all go do it, Shane's gonna go do it right now. Talk to her too. Block 2 people that would not save you or Shakira. So Ross, Patrick. If she blocks those 2, that's solid. It's season 3, Brandon, Lily, and Ava. We can string along. I don't think anyone is seriously working with Ava right now. That being said,
Meredith
Shakira has a
might
banked vote. Shakira has a banked vote. So 1 vote for Jessica, banked. Your vote, my vote, Shane's vote.
I can get Claire
Lily's
to.
vote.
I banked Claire's vote the first round, and she told me that she would.
We can fucking save you guys in next round. Meredith, Brody, Ross, or Patrick. It's gotta be. That's I think the only way we make it past with both of you. I will stick to that plan. I need to get Shakira's bank vote. One of us needs to.
Yeah.
I think we may have enough for Jessica.
And you're safe next round, Christian. If we save Thomas and Shakira, you're safe.
Oh, shit.
You're safe next round.
Oh shit.
If I empower it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I really think we can do it. And Meredith, everyone was fucking worried this round. Well, guess what? Next round.
Well, like the thing is, I was gonna come up here and say like you have my vote.
To stay.
But yeah, I mean that's the first
So
I've
were
heard.
you gonna vote out Shakira?
Yeah, unfortunately. But it's like if y'all want to go.
I think we can save them, and I don't know. I think we can save you guys.
But I actually feel good with Shakira. Like that's why it sucks to have y'all both in there. Like I actually do feel good with
Well, then
Shakira.
why not Jessica?
Yeah.
What makes us not similar? This is gonna sound terrible, but I'm campaigning against Thomas because that's what has forced my hand. So, what makes us not similar is I went into that jury with basically a unanimous vote. Correct me if I'm wrong, and talked myself out of a win. Thomas talked himself into a tie, and the only reason that I won is because I think me and Zach had greater rapport. Thomas is not someone that you want to take to a jury. He is too good at this. He's too seasoned.
He's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's too good. He's too seasoned. He has much more experience over me. Yes, we're very similar in the sense like that our social game and like like under the radar strategy or whatever. But he is not someone that you want to see in the end. If I want to bring someone to the end, it's me. Obviously. I would bring me, obviously.
We're about to pull this off.
Wait, no, we're not. I just walked into that big group and Shakira was like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely campaigning against Thomas." And
That could be cover. That could be cover. I don't think she knows the plan yet that we could save her.
Yeah.
Well, let me go pull people from this
Are y'all-
group.
Let me go get her
Are
bank
you good with
votes.
Shakira? Because I'm not doing it. For you.
I'm. If y'all want to go on
She very much
Shakira, I
was
don't
like, yes,
care.
we're very much. Yeah, it could be a cover.
No, I'm not gonna
I
do
just
it
don't
if you're
know.
not.
Like, I would rather Jessica go home than
Yeah.
Shakira, but
Okay.
like also.
So let's see if it can get some traction because
Yeah.
it sounds like. Talk to Lily. We're gonna get Shakira's bank votes.
Are we really going to Jessica?
I genuinely think if we're in a big group, we take out Thomas and Shakira. Once it's down to Shane, Brandon,
Okay, we
us.
might not be able to.
How close are you with Shakira?
I'd say we were closer, tighter, but as the rounds go on, we're not talking. I'm not seeing her anymore.
I don't know what. Like,
I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not bullshitting
I'm sorry,
you.
but like, what is Jessica doing?
But the problem is, she doesn't play the way we're all playing.
Okay, yeah.
And that,
Like, why is that scary? How is that scary?
she's not putting out.
I'm not.
That's true.
I'm just putting out options.
Honestly,
Ultimately,
also-
I'm cool with whatever.
Also, let me say this.
I'm not fully.
I trust you two to say this, okay? If you keep rolling with Thomas and Shakira
They're
and
gonna
y'all
kick your
save,
ass.
they're
Do you
gonna
not
kick
remember
your
our
fucking
season?
Yeah.
3 ass next round.
What's the point of getting me out now?
So, from what Shakira is saying, her and Thomas have come to the conclusion that one of them is going home. Which is good for you because it means you're definitely not. I am never going to be campaigning for you to go home here. Because I told you that was when I put you up, like I'm not looking for you to go home.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If I were you, my pitch would be, what is sending me home do? Think about it. Don't think about it for me. Think about it for you. And that's what I would go with. And like I said, If you called it right now, I'd vote to keep you to stay.
For sure.
And unless something drastically changes, which just don't let something change.
Yeah.
Just go fucking campaign.
Yeah. There's nothing personally that I can change, so
No.
it's only with, some cutthroat.
Right.
Hi.
So in Jessica's mind, she's totally safe, and she
So,
has no seeds to do
it
anything.
sounds like we have, if you two vote against Jessica, Brady, Shane, Christian, Claire potentially.
Okay.
And then we have the bank votes. If I could talk to Shakira and we put those votes on Jessica's going on.
Okay.
I mean, I literally
I don't
just
want
told her
Donna to
that
go
like
yet. It doesn't make any.
you're
Well,
my
yeah.
You don't want Jessica to go yet? Is that what you said?
No, I don't want these two to go.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, like, I would like to go.
Yes.
And if this is a selfish thing that I'm about to say, if Shakira goes, then I'm the last winner.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to go yet.
Yeah.
Because then I'm afraid that that's going to put a target on my back.
Yeah.
So I really don't want her to go yet.
Yeah. Well then, Jessica.
I'm fine with that. If we have the votes.
I do think we do. If those people are not lying to me.
Right.
They've already told you?
Yes.
So that's what they're doing?
Yes.
Including
Gabrielle too. That's another one.
Have you talked to Brady?
Yes, Brady thinks we can save them both.
I don't think we can.
Like,
Can I
voting
hop
out.
in now, or y'all want me to wait?
Come on.
Yeah.
Look, I love them both so much. I love all of them. I'm not. What is Jessica doing that we should be afraid by?
I don't know if we have the votes.
Like,
Which
Brady thinks we have the votes to save Shakira and Thomas, but like, every time I am running through it in my mind, I don't know if I can justify it. You know
Thomas
what I mean?
saving them?
Like, voting out Jessica. If it was a different person in that third chair, then like, sure. But
Can I be brutally?
yeah, so like this is me being brutally honest, and like I'm cool with whatever.
We saw how this ended
guys.
last time.
Literally.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm about to say something really scary.
Yeah.
No.
If they're gonna rip each other to shreds, if Shakira's gonna campaign against Thomas and Thomas is gonna campaign against Shakira,
I'm not saving him. I'm sorry.
I
Like
can't.
we've
then
watched
I'll jump ship.
literally
And that's
we
what
watched
we just
this
said.
play out already.
Right, then who
like,
are we doing?
Like
I'm down.
Brady, you were like, we can save them both. We can vote Jessica. Why?
And I think
We saw this happen. Like
I feel comfortable with them, but that being said, we all got beat by them.
We
So,
saw how this happened.
I'm on board. So are we
We-
going with Shakira or Thomas?
I want Thomas out.
I lean towards Shakira,
think
but
I'm leaning-
Shakira's trying.
Let me
harder.
explain
If
why.
if it was any of us in that seat next to Shakira, she'd be campaigning just as hard as she is now.
That's
Thomas,
true.
Thomas isn't campaigning as hard against Shakira.
I feel this. That's her. They're roommates. They share.
I
rooms.
know. But let me give you my pitch as to why Shakira to stay. Because Shakira's game is based on social play. If we take out Thomas right now, who is she with? Besides
Thomas is a way more predictable
Lily.
and social
I think Shakira is predictable. She literally will fight whoever says anything. If Thomas stays, he's got places to flip to away from us. And that
Where?
scares me.
Where? Because the people he told me he's closest with, I'm just gonna be fully transparent. I've been trying to keep his secrets and Shakira's secrets. He feels closest with Brandon. If we keep Thomas, we keep Brandon. At least Brandon rides the middle longer. And then hopefully we take enough shots that he has to jump on board before the ship sinks.
There's talks of
Shakira's-
Brandon's vote being blocked.
Shakira's beat us all already.
I agree.
I'm not voting out Shakira.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I can't.
No, that's okay. That's
I
okay.
can't.
I kind of feel the same way about Thomas. Like,
Yeah.
I
And,
feel it, yeah.
and I'm okay with us, as long as us are on the same page.
it's not gonna be Jessica, and
Can-
we can let the
real
cookie
quick-
crumble.
Yes.
Real quick, then we don't have to agree on the vote. Jessica's not going.
Yeah.
Whichever
So y'all
goes.
cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with
I'm
that.
gonna go.
So where are y'all leaning? 'Cause it sounds like there's gonna be uproot.
There is a plan to go for Jess.
I think it's such a dumb.
It came up and I was like,
I think it's so dumb.
where the fuck did that come from?
I think it's so dumb.
If Jess goes,
Season 3.
If Jess
Ross needs to green thumb and put up.
Well, he doesn't. There's no. Why would we do that? Yeah, you're following the path of season 3 all over again.
Yeah, no, like
It's the exact same situation.
And they keep saying they're not writing together. Like, Why would you bust your ass to get someone like Jessica? Thomas seems resigned to the fact that it's him or Shakira. I haven't talked to Shakira.
Shakira's the same way.
Shakira, I
So
heard,
then
I heard
why-
Shakira campaigning against Thomas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's resigned to one of them two going.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Like neither of them are pitching for Jessica, so why would we bring it up?
yeah, where did you hear that from?
I don't know. You just told me.
Where did you hear that from?
Brady.
You guys are both talking.
But I think Brady got it from somebody. Not
I just heard from you. I didn't hear from
you guys are useless.
No, but I want to let y'all know, like.
We just need to put us out to that right now. Like,
Yeah,
no, Jessica's not.
I'm not putting Jess.
Well, no, like.
I don't remember to be spelled.
This stage of this, season 3 is gonna steamroll if Shakira and Thomas both stay.
Yeah, from now on. Yeah.
No, one of them needs to go.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm good with her. I want to keep. I want to keep Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica
Who do
is.
you want to keep out of Thomas and Shakira?
Jessica's the least valuable person here.
You want to keep Thomas? I like Thomas.
I don't care.
You too.
I have no opinion.
Yeah, I like Thomas.
I think Thomas trusts me more than Shakira,
Yeah.
so that's where I kind of lean.
I'll lean in.
But
I mean that's why I want to let y'all know. But I need to go make sure. We all need to go make sure we diffuse that for sure.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So
Dylan and I agreed on the black. Like he said, who should I give these seats to? I said, I don't have any. I said, just give them to me. And I was like, well, wait, I might go home in case we're getting gagged here.
Yeah.
Give them to
I'm
Ross.
fine with that.
I want to just split them. Are you good with that? That way I have one. I have none right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then that repays me for the donating for the green thumb thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Second thing, who do we want to go home? Thomas is pitching hard for Jessica. That we need to shut that shit down.
0%.
I want Thomas to go home.
Yes.
Because he's close with Christian and he's close with Patrick. And as soon as Thomas is gone, those two are coming to us.
Thomas and Shakira are strong together. Thomas is strong by himself. Shakira is much less strong by herself.
Agreed.
Thomas needs to go.
And Thomas has way more connections in this game.
Thomas needs to go.
I agree. So I cannot pitch that to Christian or Patrick. But I told them they need to go start campaigning. I said, we need to get one of them out. Y'all start making sure Jessica's not the vote.
I can guarantee that that's not going to happen.
I don't know.
Well,
Thomas is pushing hard.
Are you willing to use a bank vote this round?
Do you have one?
I blocked your vote.
Yes.
I think we have numbers to get to.
I just had a really good conversation with Shane. Don't get mad at Shane for telling me this, but he told me that you said you felt isolated.
Yeah.
Not in like a mean way, but that makes me feel better about us because my one hesitation with you is the one time I've seen you play, you were so good with multiple people, it made me feel like our being good wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like great with you.
I feel good with you too.
Okay.
Shane all but said he had no reason to trust me, and so I wasn't gonna start spilling who I did feel good with, potentially.
Oh, okay. So you don't really feel good with Shane? Or because you said that?
I don't want to feel that with Shane. I wanted to work with Shane, but I went to him basically saying I'm a free agent, waving a white flag. I literally was crying, and he understands that he's been backstabbed in other games, but he was like, I don't have a reason to trust you yet.
In our conversation, he didn't say anything like that. He just said that you felt isolated, and I said that I wanted to talk to her. And he said if he saw you, he would tell you that, which made me think that he felt good with you. So regardless of how you might have felt, in our conversation by ourselves, he felt good with you. Enough for him to tell me to come talk to you.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't talked in a while.
We haven't.
What are you thinking about for this vote?
I asked Meredith what her preference would be, and she said she would prefer she doesn't want Jessica to go home. She would prefer out of Thomas and Shakira for Thomas to go home.
I would prefer for Thomas to stay.
I have a bank vote given to me by Thomas, and he said, when it comes down to it, will you use it to help me? And I was like, yeah, because I can't say no. I'm voting with the majority on this. If the majority's on Shakira, or even if the majority's on Thomas, so if the majority's on Thomas, I will use my regular vote and my bank vote and cancel myself out.
Yeah, which I think is completely
If
fair.
the majority's with Shakira, I'm keeping my bank vote and I'll vote Shakira. I feel good with you. I feel good with Ross, and I'm starting to feel really good with Meredith.
I like that.
Is that who you're with?
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's trying to form like an organic group, and hearing you say people like Ross, who I like, people like Meredith, who I like, I think we can do like something there and build out until, because I just talked to Shane, and me and Shane kind of talked about doing that with you, Meredith, and him. But if you're wary of Shane, I'll be wary of Shane.
I want to make it clear, like, I'm not like out to get Shane. I just like, based on that conversation, I didn't walk away feeling any better about him than I went in.
He talked about you positive, and I feel good about Shane.
What are we thinking? Because I'm gonna roll with what y'all want to do, but I just heard of a plan to get Jessica out. Yeah. Are y'all good with that? Well, me and Abrielle weren't really, but if whatever y'all are comfortable with, let's make this decision as a 4. I don't know if you heard. Also, me, Brandon, and Abrielle are like good with us 4. Like I'm good with us 4 as well. So I'm gonna do with whatever y'all want to do.
I was telling them my main concern is if Shakira goes, because, and this is purely selfish, then I am the last winner here.
I think that's amazing for you, actually.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because that puts a brighter target on my back to get. Well, there's only one left. Let's get him out.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
So, and Thomas, right now, to me, feels like a very 2 rounds or last round Brody situation. Strong player, keep him around until it's time. Now, do I have a reason to backstab Jessica right now? No. But I feel like I've maybe talked to her the least out of, well, not the least. I've talked to Shakira at least. But because of unique tie, that's why I would be weary. Now, I'll make it work, however it goes, right? But that is how I feel.
I don't see.
Why take Jessica out?
Literally.
Who does that help?
Literally.
None of us. For sure.
Is Jessica close?
No. Jessica's by herself doing her own thing. Drinking
I think
slushies.
Jessica would be with me. Is that what
She didn't put you up. Well,
Right.
you were in.
But I don't. We're cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
They
Who
killed me.
are you thinking of blocking?
I'm kind of thinking about blocking you. Okay. Selfishly, one of them asked me to block you. Versus,
I feel like Shakira wants to block me.
I think she's afraid of you. Yeah.
Who's
I knew that this time would come. I didn't think it would come so soon. I really thought that there were bigger fish to fry. I guess maybe I'm just underestimating my own threat level, but I really just don't think that I'm making big enough moves right now or orchestrating enough consolidation of power, as Meredith so eloquently put it, that this is the move to make right now. God honest, there's no final 5, there's no final 7, there's no final 2 between me and Thomas. Yes, we have been working together, but I've never said to him, you're my number 1. He's never said to me, you're my number 1. If there is a way to keep me and Thomas, that would be ideal. I just don't see people going after Jessica. I really don't. I think that's a really hard sell.
I think we have votes to get Jessica out.
I think we can do it too. Do you have any bank votes?
I banked Claire's vote and I asked her to consider giving a vote somewhere else for me. I have Lily and Brandon and Christian.
No, but they are for you. You have them, not me. So
I see what you're
I
saying.
don't trust that they would be willing to work whatever magic on the behalf of me. It
Right.
would be for you.
Right.
Is Lily over there?
Yes.
I want you to stay.
Yeah.
And so I think the best way for both of us to stay, obviously, to get Jessica out. But yeah.
Yeah, but I think that, sure, all those people, you think you can probably get them on board, but I think that they don't see us staying as the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
They see me going, yeah, they see me going and you staying in their corner as the most advantageous thing for them. So you would have to really convince them, like, hey guys, don't save me, save us both.
Gotcha.
I can't make that pitch. They're not going to
see.
hear. They're not going to hear it coming from
Well,
me.
then, if you use your bank vote, it's against Jessica.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that?
Yes. Okay. How many other people for sure would do this plan?
It sounds like I haven't heard an update on Lily. I think Shane's in. I think Gabrielle's in. I think Ava's in.
Lily and Brandon are in if they know that the numbers are there.
Let me hold Brandon and Lily
What
then.
we should do is propose to them like a final 7 or whatever, and be
I
like,
told them final
y'all are
8.
in it. Okay.
Why did you give it to Brady?
What do you mean?
The banked vote.
Because he was the one that proposed the plan.
Oh.
You don't trust him?
It's not that I don't trust him, it's just that I really don't think that this 7 is going to work.
Could y'all move a little bit closer?
And I've said I am saving it vehemently. And I don't know where everyone is falling, but every time they ask and they're like, if it's between, it's going to be between them. And I was like, I'm saving Shakira. I don't care. But
too late. I'm sorry.
I was talking to Shane, Ava, and Abrielle, and we want to do that core thing we talked about earlier. And we all wanted to come to you and pitch it. And we were debating over Shakira and Thomas because the debate was Shakira will rip us apart if she's against us the way she just did with Thomas. Thomas didn't campaign against Shakira, and Thomas might be a little more malleable still. So I do think he's a big threat, but that being said, if we keep him I'm fine with cutting as well. That being said,
but the House is leaning Shakira.
it sounds like Shane said he refuses to, but everyone else that I've talked to is Shakira.
Okay.
And so I gotta just
Okay.
I want you to keep that in mind.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. That's good to know. Okay.
I know.
I want to be blocked. Okay.
Right. That would make it easier.
Okay. Let me see what.
Yeah.
Let me see what the latest rumors are, and then I'll try and touch base with you before we get there.
And I get to the point in the game where I feel like I promise too many things and it spirals. That being said, it's Allstars, and Shakira and Thomas, we sat in a circle and said people are going to lie, and that's not how we're going to base our votes on whether honesty is in play or not. I have to cut them to make it further. Shakira gave me her banked vote, and I'm going to use it for our alliance, but she's not going to be in our alliance anymore. I love her so much, but she's already beat me, and I voted for her to win, so I helped her win. And I do feel the tightest with Thomas, and so that's why I'm leaning towards Shakira. She won. So 2 winners out. I hope Brandon doesn't feel nervous by that, because he shouldn't. But that being said, I want a core right now with Shane, Ava, Abrielle, Brandon, and an open spot. Meredith would be great, I think, now at this point, now that I'm jumping ship with them. I think I need to get more in the middle or more towards that side. But I'm pretty open as long as it's not me.
It seems to be leaning towards Shakira. Yeah. Are you fine with that? Yes. Yep. Because apparently she was campaigning against you.
Which,
I mean, well, but I thought it was interesting. Like you weren't really campaigning. You were campaigning.
Yeah, it shows your loyalty.
I'm loyal, exactly.
You know, like literally, Thomas, I feel great vibes from you compared to what I heard from Shakira.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that.
Talked. Yeah, like one-on-one.
Yeah.
I it counts.
Then I'm gonna go talk to Brady then.
Okay.
Shane's voting against me.
I'm sure. Shane's gonna vote against you.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey.
This is can I join?
Please. Get in the frame though, it's a little
Yeah, it's a little tight, so
Okay. So it sounds like it's more so leading between me and Shakira and not just.
I would agree.
I would agree.
I just want to say that at no point did I campaign against Shakira until literally right now, which I would hope would show my loyalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel as if I would benefit y'all more than Shakira. But I have a seat to offer, but that's about it.
Yeah.
If anybody votes to keep me to stay, I'm not going. My target is now Meredith.
It's fair.
Battle lines are drawn after this one.
Yeah, she set herself up.
You were smart for putting it up.
But it went
I said Meredith, here you go.
very fast from like you two sticking together to Shakira.
I even told them that the thought ran through my head to keep you guys both. The plan came up in my head to keep you both, and I realized I just think
strategically.
Unfortunately,
what's
going
to happen is if people vote Jess, it's just going to hurt the people who are on the
Right.
person who they're splitting it between.
Right. And that's fair. That's fair.
I didn't want to say it in front of all those people, but I'm using the banks to vote for Shakira.
Okay. Thank you.
But I'm in such a difficult position with my actual, like my other vote,
Mm-hmm.
because I was on green team with Shakira
Right.
and she volunteered to be the troublemaker.
Yeah.
So now I've just capitalized off of her being on the block.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if I voted for her, she would probably come after me. So
I think I have. If you promise your vote against Shakira, then she goes home, so she can't come after you.
mm-hmm. I love her. Also, she did win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But people are like, saying that you're just the smartest player
Mm-hmm.
and that you're so good at this game.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This is the toughest one for me.
Yeah, I need to talk to Lily. But thank you for using the bank vote.
Mm-hmm. Do you know for sure that Thomas is going out?
Yes.
I asked him to block from the vote first round, and he said, like, okay, but like, repay this. So he came up to me and was like, hey, I gave you that bank.
Don't do that. That is how he operates. Don't. I know for sure he's going out this round. I can guarantee you. I'm pretty sure I'm playing my bank vote to double down to make sure he goes out. I'm positive. Thomas is going out. For sure. Especially if she's blocked. I'm positive. Like, I've never been more sure about a vote in this game.
So it's like, it's just so hard because I don't want to upset Thomas. I don't want to upset Shakira either, but I just feel so bad because he gave me the bank.
He did this to me too. He's gotten to the end multiple times.
I'm not sure, but I don't want this to be. I don't want this getting back to Thomas.
But he's going to be out. Because here's the thing. If no one knows if you took a stand or not, you're going to have a question mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, the latest rumor that I've had is Shakira.
That's not what I heard.
Great. So what have you heard? Thomas?
Yeah.
So what I've heard from, who was it? I think Brady was like, he's talked to maybe 8. So Shane is going to vote Thomas. I think Shane is very loyal to Shakira.
Yeah.
Apparently Shakira was like trying to throw Thomas under the bus. And Thomas was like going to start kind of a campaign to get Jessica. So now it's like, okay, well now we see who Shakira really is and let's get her.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm trying. Who have you talked to? What have you heard?
I talked to Meredith.
She wants Thomas.
And she wants Thomas.
And it's scaring me to go against Meredith's wishes.
Thomas pulled me aside right after auction started and basically said, I gave you the banked vote, so I would like it if you would use it on me if it came, like, to save me if it came down to it, please.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told Meredith, I might be put in a situation where I use my banked vote in favor of Thomas, but if the House is voted for Thomas, then my actual vote goes to
Oh, but please don't do that because it's
And
such
then
a waste of a bank vote.
and
It's
then I
just
would
throwing it
cancel
away.
I know, it would cancel myself out, but I don't want to go back on my record. Like, what do I do?
Keep the bank vote and use it later. Sorry, I don't know. That's eliminating power that you have.
I know.
For something that somebody will forget in the next round. I hate to say it like that.
I'm not confident that I'm staying. I'm hearing like nobody's like basically like offering to vote to keep me. So
I've yet to hear any consensus. Like every person I've talked to, it's flopped. And so I don't know what's going on. And I don't know if that's people not telling me or if it's really like that up in the air.
Yeah. Any thoughts on using your bank vote?
If it's like, if I get a better feel for it and I know it's going to be tight, I made a promise to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
If it's unanimous against you, I'm not
Yeah,
wasting
that's
a
fair.
bond vote.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I genuinely do not know what's happening.
So I don't know. Do you know who you're gonna block? Love that for you.
I really did, because I keep trying to pin down where everyone's head's at, you know what I mean, and what's advantageous, but everything keeps, like,
Going back and forth.
back and forth. Like, in 30 minutes, I feel like the votes change multiple times.
Yeah.
Or, like, what I keep hearing.
What are
Every
you
time I
hearing?
think I'm I've heard it all.
All three?
I've heard, yes. I've heard Jessica's got the votes. And I'm like, never mind, Shakira's got the votes. Never mind, Thomas got the votes. And I'm like, y'all. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, what's happening?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, I don't want to throw my weight behind someone who's definitely leaving.
That's a bad
block,
move.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Or like block votes in it, you know, in an attempt to save someone who's gone. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So I'm feeling a little scared.
I will say you're probably going to get out of this round with the least amount of blood on your hands from
Yeah.
the 3 flowers.
Yeah.
But listen, I guess if you're in a hard place and you don't know what to do, use it for what gets you an asset, like to curry favor. You know what I mean? Like, so,
If I gave it to you, do you feel like that's a sign of good faith between us? You know?
yes,
Or do you feel like you need to not be blocked this round?
that's the thing. I don't
Wait,
know.
do you need to vote?
Oh.
I guess my question.
Brady brought up keeping you and Thomas over Jessica, but then it got brought up that you were like campaigning against Thomas and like wires got crossed, and it just did not feel right. Like it was like, why is there a lack of communication here? Because Thomas was campaigning to just stay. He wasn't necessarily campaigning against you, but you were campaigning against him. That's what I've heard, and that's...
If he's campaigning to stay, it's campaigning to stay against me because everyone knows that the votes are not going Jessica's
Well, like
way.
he didn't... I mean, well, no, the votes were never not going Jessica's way. That was just a proposal. Like people, like Brady brought up, he's like, hey, let's vote out Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's not necessarily Thomas going against you, but like, from what I've heard, I haven't talked to you, you were campaigning against Thomas, like saying you vote out Thomas.
Why would I campaign against Jessica when I know that no one's voting for her? Like, if I'm campaigning to stay, the only person I'm campaigning to stay against is Thomas because it's very clear that Jessica's not staying. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I can find it clear, but regardless of that, what is, like, is there a reason?
For me,
Yeah.
I for this conversation with you, I was gonna vote you out, because I feel good about Thomas. He's never had sort of a bad vibe with me, and also he's just been straight up honest. And for some reason, whether it's your fault or not, you keep getting wires crossed in everything, which makes no sense because I don't think it's even fully you, but it just keeps happening that your name is brought up in different conversations that doesn't make sense to me.
Different conversations that necessarily
The Brody
target
situation?
you?
No. Well, that one
just
was last night. We
general?
squashed that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
care about last night.
Mhm.
I don't. It was the Brody thing. Brody brought you up.
Which again, we said isn't true. But so the fact that you're using that to like villainize me is kind of confusing because that was literally.
I didn't use the villainize you. I used it to make an assumption about like, okay, this is probably what is better for me because there's just so much inconsistency from you. I'm not villainizing you because if anything, I'm probably one of the people that could lean towards you because we squashed our shit.
Right.
You're the type of person that's logical enough to hear me out, and I can hear you out.
Yeah, and that's exactly honestly, what I'm trying to do right now.
That conversation outside was the rarest thing I've ever had in a game where it's like, we had beef that was under the rug, and we pulled it out and just completely squashed it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not going to be sitting here villainizing you. I never even targeted you. You just are happening to go against someone or two people that have been honest with me. And there have just been stories coming up about you. That's all I'm saying.
To be fair, I haven't been dishonest with you. And all those other stories about me, I'm not quite sure how they, like, don't go in your favor. Like, I understand it feels uncomfortable because my name came up with, like, the Brody thing and the Patrick thing, whatever. But, like, to be fair, none of that has really anything to do with you. So, I mean, I guess, like, if you're really, like, tight and you can't decide between me and Thomas and that's the one thing that you can pick between the difference between us, then sure. But that has literally nothing to do with you, and I haven't been dishonest with you.
Who are you planning on blocking?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I had one idea, and then the other one's been kind of a, kind of a question mark.
I feel like
What do you think would help you the most?
I'm concerned about you blocking Gabrielle because I know she is a vote for me to stay.
Okay. So then, give me other ideas.
Like people that I know are voting me out. Shane. I know Brady now has Shakira gave Brady a bank vote, which to me implies that like they're voting together for him. And I know that they are closer going into the game than any other pair from my season. So I think that is a season 3 pair that people should be focusing on, not me and Shakira, because I'm actively not working with her.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like Christian is a vote for me to stay. Brandon is a vote for me to stay. I would hope that you are a vote for me to stay.
I can't vote though, right?
You do vote.
Oh, I do vote.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Not me, not knowing the rules and all.
Ava told me that she is using her bank vote against Shakira for me.
Okay. So who do you need to help with? Who are people that you feel certain are not voted, or will vote for you?
Will vote for
or
me
that
to
you
go
think
home.
might vote for you to go home.
Shane is voting for me to go home.
Okay.
I think Patrick is likely. I have no idea where Ross is. I'm assuming he's keeping Shakira. I work with you and roll with you a lot more assuredly than Shakira does.
Yes. That's kind of where my head is at, is that, well, it sounds like Jessica doesn't have the votes anymore.
No.
At one point she did, now
Yes.
she doesn't. So if it's going to be you and Shakira, I mean, from just a purely selfish perspective, I feel, at least in the short term, if not the long term, that I can predict your behavior better and that I can trust you more, at least right now in the game, than I can with Shakira. So it doesn't really make sense for me to make a move against you right now. It doesn't really make sense for my gameplay in my head. The 3 people that are nominated can't vote, right? And then Rose and Sunflower can't vote?
Correct.
And there's 15 people left?
Yes.
So there are 10 votes. So you need 6. So me, Abrielle, I think Christian, Brandon, Ava, plus a bank vote.
Yeah.
So that should do it, but let's work on one more.
I asked Claire and she's just like, I don't know, people are telling me all different things, which means she's voting against me. Who else is playing? Patrick is probably voting to keep Shakira.
Shane and someone is what you're saying right now?
Shane and Ross, I guess? Okay. I don't know.
Me, you, Shane, Meredith, Brandon. Lock it in. I'm not touching any of you. We don't look at each other as even options till tomorrow.
Is Brandon aware of this?
No. So he's the fifth.
I think that we should have him as not looking at, while maybe not necessarily sharing all of our plans with.
Agreed. I want me, you, Shane, Meredith to be the core here.
I agree.
This is good.
I think that we may have flipped it.
I think we might have.
Because here's the thing. We control this greenhouse. Hopefully one of their numbers going after this.
And then we can just buy in next time and then set the numbers for good.
We can, if we choose to not be out of the greenhouse ever again, we can do that.
We can do it. Here's a question I have for you. Between Christian and Patrick, who do you trust more?
Patrick.
I don't trust either.
No.
Christian's playing a better game than Patrick.
You think?
I think so. Which makes me trust Patrick more.
Yeah.
Because Christian is in with everyone. It doesn't seem like it. He's good with Claire, he's good with Thomas, he's good with Shakira, he's good with you, he's good with me, he's good with Shane.
He's good with a lot of people.
He's good with Ava. Like, Ava, Claire is a final 3.
Really?
I don't have it confirmed. Every time I asked any of those 3 who not to put up, they said the other 2.
I've had 3 different conversations with these 3 people. Me, you, Meredith, Ross, Shane.
Okay.
Final 5, lock it in, is what I've been told.
Okay.
I don't know if any of them have pitched it to you.
Not in such a direct way.
That is what I have been told. It may be blowing smoke up ass.
Me, you, Meredith, Shane.
But I'm good with it.
Ross.
These are all people I trust.
I mean, I love y'all. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a nice mix. It will go far.
I think you're probably like the last one targeted out of that group.
Right now.
I think probably for good. Like, I think you were in the best position for a winner, for sure.
Because I think we're days early from that at this point, but
no. So I just wanted to discuss it with you because I haven't been able to talk. I trust you implicitly.
Yeah.
Where are you voting here?
I'm trying to vote with the House, but the House seems very divided.
I think the House is voting on Thomas.
So I have talked to Shakira the least, as was you last round.
Correct.
I like working with Thomas when he's on my side, and it's like But I don't know.
Yeah, he has much better connections than Shakira.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one of them trust me particularly.
So for you,
for me, I don't have a strong opinion.
Yeah.
But I think if we're going to make the good player move,
yeah,
Thomas is that player. If you are going after
not to keep him for a couple more rounds.
No, because that's what always happens.
Well.
And then he gets you can't get him at that point.
Similar to you.
But so let's look at the seasons Thomas has gotten out in.
Yeah.
It's Survivor All-Stars, and it's because we got him before the merge.
Yeah.
And I think his two closest allies are Claire and Christian.
Thomas?
Yeah. And they're keeping it very well under wraps.
Really?
Because Christian was campaigning hard to keep him.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying it's leaning Thomas, so if it's leaning Thomas...
I'm not hearing that at all.
Every room I've been in, they're saying we can't get Shakira, it's not Shakira's time. And people perceive you campaigning against Thomas right away as a good thing to keep you later because you'll like squirm or something. That being said, do you still want me to use the banked vote? Do you want it back and you hold on to it next round?
No.
Or play it? How are we doing
I'm
this?
gonna be honest. I want to trust you with it.
Mm-hmm.
If I take my bank vote away, does that make you trust me less?
No.
Because I would be willing to give
It's
it to
yours.
Shane. I would be willing to give it to Shane because I know for a fact that he will use it to keep me.
I almost feel more comfortable giving it back to you.
Okay.
Let me text Holly that I give it back to you. I'd love to.
I heard Thomas nonstop.
Well, Christian was in here saying Shakira. Patrick was in here saying Shakira. Ross was in here saying Thomas. Meredith wants Thomas.
I'm voting
So
Thomas.
I don't know what to do.
And you have a bank vote?
Yeah, but Thomas gave me the banked vote, and Thomas pulled me aside right after the auction and said if it comes down to it, he asked me if I would use it to save him, and that's not a situation where I could be like, no. You know what I mean? That would be like me going up to you on the block and be like, I gave you that, so you're going to use it to save me, right? Like, what are you going to say? And that's...
I've heard, I'm not voting Shakira. I can't do it. I've already told her I'm not.
That's fine.
And I have heard from, I feel like 65% of people that it's going to be Thomas. Do you know for sure if you're using your bank or not?
I don't think I will.
Because I don't think I have to, but when people ask me if we had this exact same,
Hey.
Yeah.
Can I, honestly, you can put me in here, I don't care.
I'll tell her what I'm
Do
going
I not
close
need
that.
to be in here? Because we're just running out of time, so
I just said I'm using my bank vote to save you.
I'm giving you another one.
I'm gonna save her. Straight up. I'm not changing. I have it all around.
I have no idea where the votes lie.
Me neither, because literally 5 minutes ago, I heard that it wasn't looking good for me, and then Brady just told me that it wasn't looking good for Thomas, and that he's publicly saying that he's voting me so that it can look like he's like breaking shit from the duo in the event that I stay, but really he's gonna try to keep me, and I'm like, I have not been hearing that it's me. I'm hearing that people want to see Thomas stay, which makes sense, because like, he's in your pocket more than he is mine, he's in Lily's, he's in Brandon's, like it makes sense. Okay, this is like my final plea. I looked you in your eyes and I told you that I'm good with you. And I had a conversation with Thomas in which we were talking about the situation, and he was like, you would really use it to save her? I was like, yes. And he was like, girl, you're too loyal. Like, Thomas seems as if he will go with you until the end, but he will use people until it's advantageous for him. And I'm not saying that makes him a bad person. I'm just saying that that's the game that he's playing, which is different from the game that I'm playing. I will not cut people. I don't. That's just something that I don't do. And even Thomas, like one of my best friends, my roommate, recognizes that in me. Yeah.
Okay, and that is the end of the auction. And with that, no one has purchased anything. So we are going to go straight into the banishment. Before we do that, Lily, you as the tulip need to block 2 people's votes.
Hey y'all, sorry. I'm going home. I'm a Vendela Creme here. Yikes. Okay, sorry in advance.
No
Not
more
bad.
whiteout.
If I'm honest, I have flip-flopped on this the whole round and have had a really hard time making a decision. And I just have to say something because it's the end of the round. So, sorry. I'm going to block you two.
Me and Patrick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Patrick and Ross, your votes have been blocked. You can come collect them. Your banked votes. Okay, let's head to the living room.
Welcome to the banishment ceremony. Yay! All right, before we vote, each nominee will have a chance to plead their case. We will start with Thomas.
Hey y'all, I'm having such a fun time today, and this is the first time that I feel a little squirmy, which is exciting. That being said, I want to keep playing this game, and I plan to be more aggressive if I stay in this game. I spoke to each and every one of you individually, and I hope you weren't lying to me whenever you were ensuring that you would be voting with me tonight. Know that my word is as true as gold, and I really do intend to fulfill all my promises that I have to each of you. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. Jessica?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I as well think that, being in the seat is hot and exciting. But what would be even more exciting would be keeping me in. I don't see the point of getting me out now. I think I'm a long-term player and to play with most of you. So I was not one to go around and campaign so hard. I mean, because at the end of the day, it is your vote. And I trust you guys, so please vote wisely. And to your hearts.
Thank you, Jessica. Shakira.
Hello, everyone. It's been an honor to play with each and every one of you. Honestly, Allstars, we made the joke, our season that we were playing T-ball. I like to say that we were in Weenie Hut Jr., because this is no joke. Honestly, this has been quite a ride. I just want to use this opportunity to set the record straight. I feel like my name, for whatever reason, has been thrown under the bus and dragged, through the mud quite a few times. That I was leading the season 4 charge, that I was targeting Brady. I really just don't think it's fair. I clearly don't think I've been given a fair shot because there has been lie after lie after lie that has been associated with my name. And I don't think I have lied to a single one of you once. Sorry, and if you watched my season, lying is not my MO. I don't do it well, so any conversation that I've had with you, it was genuine and it was true. I also would like to say that, if you take me to the end, I have the ability to go into the jury round with unanimous vote and then talk my way out of votes. I'm not as seasoned or as a player and have as much experience as these two probably in playing these games.
When will you people fucking learn? Vote him out! And I've got bank votes. I'm doubling down. Thomas, love you, but you're way too good at the game. Damn it.
Even if this isn't the majority, I'm gonna vote this way so I can prove to them that what I was saying this round was true, even if it was with some crocodile tears as a callback to season 1. So, I love you so, so, so much. This is one of my groomsmen.
I'm closer to Thomas. I feel like I'm working with him more, and also he gave me a banked vote. So I'm gonna use the bank vote for him, like to save him. Because that's just the right thing to do in my mind. Is this the color of the banked votes?
It should be red, but we'll take it from now on.
Okay. Okay.
I'm now getting approached by multiple people for multiple final groupings. That makes me feel utterly flattered, but also I think I'm gonna have to pick soon. And Thomas is someone I would pick. That being said, if he goes home, I'm sad about that. We should be voting Jessica out, but I guess we'll wait.
Without further ado, let's begin. With 0 votes, Jessica, you are safe. Please feel free to join the rest of the crew.
still get 14th place in the third time.
With a vote of 7-4, sorry, Shakira,